Matches Balone.
Hey, what's up guys? Matches Balone here, bringing guys another DC Toy Box TV review. Today, we're going to be looking at the Pop Heroes Suicide Squad number 109 Hot Topic exclusive, the Joker Tuxedo. Okay guys, like always, before we get into the actual figure review, I do want to go over the packaging. As you can see, this is your standard Funko Pop box. This is an open window box where we get to see a figure inside. Right here in the corner, we get a cartoony image of the same figure. Up top, we get a Pop Heroes logo, Suicide Squad logo, and the number 109. The Tuxedo version of Joker from the Suicide Squad film is the 109th figure of the overall Pop Heroes toy line. Right here in the window, we get a Hot Topic exclusive sticker. Basically, this means when this toy was on sale, it was exclusive to Hot Topic stores. So if you wanted to purchase him, you could only buy him at Hot Topic. Right here across the bottom, we get to read the Joker and Tuxedo in parentheses. Vinyl figure, age recommendation of 14 and up, and we get a warning. Right here on the side, we get the entirety of that cartoony image, as well as another Pop Heroes logo. Across the bottom, it says the Joker Tuxedo, number 109, and we get a DC Comics logo right there in the corner. On the back, we get to see that cartoony image once again, as well as another Pop Heroes logo, Suicide Squad logo, and the entirety of the Suicide Squad Pop Heroes toy line. Right here on the bottom, we get to read the Joker Tuxedo, 109, Funko logo, DC Comics logo, and a Warner Brothers logo. On the other side, continuing with the open window packaging, we do get to see the side of the figure inside. Pop Heroes logo, the Joker Tuxedo written across the back, number 109, and we get the top of that cartoony image once again. On the top, we get to see the top of that cartoony image once again, as well as another Pop Heroes logo. And then on the bottom, we pretty much get some manufacturing details, as well as a Funko logo, barcode, made in Vietnam, and Funko's social media contacts. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the packaging, guys. We are going to get the Joker out of his box and we can check him out. Okay guys, here we have the Joker out of his box. Now, before we get into the figure review, I do want to quickly mention that inside of your packaging, you are going to get a flyer for the Legion of Collectors box. For those guys who don't know, this is Funko's bi-monthly subscription box, and it's all DC Comics. Right there is their logo. Now, the only reason I'm bringing this up is simply because if you guys are trying to get an entire line of the Suicide Squad Pop Heroes, Legion of Collectors does have an exclusive Enchantress figure. So, if you want to collect them all, go check them out. But enough of that, let's talk about Joker. So, I gotta say, this does look really cool. I definitely like this variant. Right off the bat, if anybody has seen the Alex Ross cover where it is Joker in a tuxedo dancing with classic Harley Quinn, this is pretty much the same suit. It is just a black and white tuxedo, so it looks really cool. Obviously, it is going to look very plain considering the only two colors that are used right now is black and white, but considering this is the kind of like formal attire, it just makes sense, even though it is very simple, there are a lot of great details inside of it. Right there, you could see that they molded in the buttons for the vest as well as the buttons for the shirt up there. You see the white bow tie, so that looks really cool. They also even molded in kind of like the little line of fabric when you kind of fold the fabric on top of each other when you butt it in. So it's kind of small details like that that really make this figure look really cool. Now, unfortunately, you could see that there is a little bit of a molding mishap right there in his hand. That's a little bit of a shame. It still looks nice, just that when you look up close, you kind of see that extra kind of plastic, out. So that's a little of a bummer, but I think overall they did a really good job with it. You can see he has wearing the white gloves. You could also even see his little neck right there, so that's kind of funny. Again, it's kind of hard to pick up because this is just a matte black. But they did kind of sculpted in some of the seam lines for the jacket itself. You can see there's this seam line going right here on the back, as well as across his waist. There seems to be a buttons, like two buttons right here. I'm trying to get you guys the best look, but it is a little hard just because it is you know, all black. But I think Funko did a really good job to kind of just go in and give it some more detail, you know. So that looks really cool. He even has buttons right here on his wrist. So, you know, looks really good. The slacks, they're probably the least detailed. There is some seam line design on them, but you know, like I said, this is pretty much just some standard black pants. So not a lot you can see right there. The shoes themselves, they look like really nice dress shoes. Like I said, it is black with white, so not a lot of color, but I think it still works well. A little bit of paint mishap, but not that big of a deal. You can also see they also kind of molded in the shoelaces as well, you know. So give you guys the best look. There is a little bit of the white paint kind of slipping into the black. Like I said, a little bit of paint mishap, not that big of a deal. So overall, I am still pretty, you know, pretty happy with this figure. Just looks overall really cool. This is the same Joker head that we've seen in previous Jokers. I will bring out the other Jokers to kind of give you guys a little bit of a comparison, but it is exactly the same head. So if you guys want me to go into detail, just look at some of my previous videos. But he does have the same articulation as any other Joker, or really any other figure. You could rotate the head. It's a little bit looser than what I would like. Not too loose, you know, so that's fine by me, but I just would have liked a little tighter head. But still, looks really cool. I also like the positioning of his arms, you know, it just makes him look a little more fancy in a weird way. That looks really cool. Okay. So I'm going to put him here and we will check out the other Jokers. So let me see. Here we have the Suicide Squad Pop Heroes suit version of the Joker. This is probably the closest comparison we have to any of his other costumes. We also have the Suicide Squad Pop Heroes Boxer Joker right there. And we're going to have the, I guess, original Suicide Squad Pop Heroes Joker. So we'll put him right there. So these are the 4 Joker figures that are in the entirety of the Suicide Squad Pop Heroes line. There is a metallic version of the Boxer Joker, but he is exactly the same, so I didn't bring him out. But these are the different kind of variants that you can buy of the Joker. Now, right at first glance, you can see that they did position the Joker's body in different ways. Boxer Joker has kind of his standard hands down. Tuxedo Joker has his hands right on his chest. Suit Joker has one hand on his chest, and then the kind of standard Joker has his hands spread out across. So even though these are the same figures, I like that they give us different molds, not just different clothes. And you could already see that they all have the same head, so it's kind of weird to see them all right now. But yeah, let's kind of give you guys a little bit of the front comparisons. Here we have Tuxedo Joker and Suit Joker. So I guess these are the most, formally dressed Jokers. The other ones, obviously, they're a little more crazy, but it still looks good. You could see how they look similar to one another, considering they both have these kind of black slacks with just some dress shoes. Yet they're very different. This one seems very, almost dressed like a wedding. That's the best way I can say. He's very fancy. He's dressed very formally. This one, he's kind of dressed more for the club scene, so it looks really cool and really interesting how they differentiate, you know. And like I said, both either one doesn't really have a lot of color, but I think they do a really good job of kind of separating themselves and being very different and unique. So that looks really cool. Same head sculpt as well. We'll put Suit Joker to the side, and I'll give you the front comparison of Tuxedo and Boxer Joker. So this one is probably a really great contrast to one another. Like I said, this is a more fancy Joker, and this is a more crazy Joker who he's running around shirtless. So definitely kind of like on polar opposites of the end. I feel this is probably the best version of Joker. Just this really captures the kind of image of the Joker and how crazy and flamboyant he is. But like I said, there's a lot of history with this tuxedo. You know, the Alex Ross cover is, you know, one of the most iconic covers in the world. So there's still a lot of history to this figure, and I think they both kind of match up to the iconic image of the Joker. So we'll put Boxer Joker to the side, and here is the last comparison. So this is the standard Joker figure that you can buy anywhere. This is the first figure in the line, and you can already see just how different they are from one another. He's, you know, dressed super nicely, and this guy, I'm assuming he's escaping from prison. So looks really cool, really weird. You could also see how the rest of his tattoos, while this is all dressed up. So very different to one another. Looks really cool. It's kind of weird how they have all these different versions of the Joker, yet they all really pretty much do a good job of representing the madness that is the Joker. So looks really cool. But yeah, that is essentially my little figure review. I really do like this figure. Like I said, Boxer Joker is my favorite figure, but just because of kind of, I don't know, the iconic imagery that Alex Ross cover, I really do like this version of Joker. Hopefully, maybe we can get a classic Harley Quinn figure, from Margot Robbie, so it can kind of match up with this. But overall, I really do like this suit. Just looks really cool. But yeah, go ahead, guys. Comment down below. Tell me any of your guys' thoughts and opinions. Have you guys already picked up Tuxedo Joker? Have you guys picked up any of the Suicide Squad Pop Heroes figures? Or are you guys just staying away from them? Whatever your reasoning, go ahead, tell me down below. Like the video, guys, like it. Dislike if you didn't. And subscribe, and look forward to more videos, guys. Thanks. Laters.